Hey everyone, welcome back to another build video. My name is Hexers, and today we'll be showcasing the cold Switchaxe known as the Taroth Axe Horn. Now this weapon is extremely similar to the Black Diablo Switchaxe, but does have an additional augment slot, as well as a little extra armor, making this weapon a little more powerful. Now for the set, we have it augmented with affinity and health regen. For the armor, we have the Nergigante Helm Alpha, Taroth Ire Beta, Kaiser Van Braces Beta, Nergigante Coil Beta, Dante's Leather Boots Beta, as well as a Handicraft 3 charm. Now, for the skills, we have Attack Boost 4 for the 12 attack and 5% affinity, Critical Eye 3 for the 10% affinity, Weakness Exploit 3 for an additional 50% affinity to weak points, Handicraft 3 to give us a little bit more manageable sharpness. Now do keep in mind, it does take Handicraft 4 to get us into white sharpness, but even with that, you would also need a Sharp Jewel. Personally, I felt with the massive amount of damage, negative base affinity on the weapon, it wasn't worth the investment to utilize white sharpness. While it did much more damage initially, it also made fights a lot longer, having sacrificed other skills to maintain that sharpness. So I opted to keep the blue sharpness to squeeze in more damage and affinity skills. But next up on the list, we have Maximum Might 3 for an additional 30% affinity while at full stamina. Stun Resistance 2, it comes with the chest piece, but overall not a bad skill since it won't keep you locked in place for nearly as long if you do actually happen to get stunned. Next we have Critical Boost 2 for an additional 10% damage to our critical hits. And finally Non-Elemental Boost to give us another 10% boost to our raw damage. But let's go ahead and take a look at the jewels we socketed to achieve these skills. Alright, so we have an Attack Jewel in the helm, a Mighty and Expert Jewel in the chest, an Elementalist Jewel in the gloves, Critical Jewel in the waist, and 2 more Expert Jewels in the boots. But let's go ahead and see how this fares against Teostra. Alright, so it looks like we got a real prime spot for starting. I'm going to go ahead and equip a Flash Pod here. Throw on my Demon Powder. We're going to flash him the second he comes in here. Let me chug a cool drink real quick. Come on. There we go. Start building up that gauge. Now, I know I don't have focus or some of the other traditional skills. Oop. Let me go ahead and just equip the Rocksteady Mantle. Come on. Now the great thing about the Rocksteady Mantle is once I get this going here, oop, knocked down. The great thing about the Rocksteady Mantle is if he's running, I can stay mounted without having to worry about him knocking me off when I do that. Oh, here's a prime example. Oh, blown him out of the sky. There we go. Come on. Now, even though we have maximum might, don't worry too much about spending your stamina on that skill. As long as you're hitting him in the face, you still have your 50% affinity to weak points, so you don't have to worry about those negative crits. 228, if you saw that damage. That was insane. Now, I know I'm at green sharpness here, but we're going to try and get off a little bit more damage first. Oh, alright. Get out of the way of that here. Let's just build that gauge back up real quick. Throw on a Fire Mantle. Oop, must have missed him there. That's okay. Oh, he's already limping. Guess I didn't really need to sharpen after all. Come on. There we go. Alright, and he's dead. Let's go ahead and take a look at the time on this. Alright, 3 minutes and 35 seconds. As you can see, even without the white sharpness, you can get insane clear times without it. But I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch my video. If you did enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Also, if you would like to see a particular build around a specific weapon, feel free to leave a request in the comments below. And as always, happy hunting!